What's up, everybody? John here. Welcome to 4 Minutes in the Front Row. Today, I'm talking about the feeling of being overwhelmed. Do you know this one? For me, I have so many amazing things happening in my life right now, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed with opportunity. I've got a million things I want to do, and I don't know which to do first. Or I feel like I'm failing because I've made commitments that I'm not able to keep up with. Can you relate? So I want to talk to you about the strategies I use in order to get my life back in order and not to feel overwhelmed. So the first thing I do is I like to pause for perspective, and I do this with my journal. I'll write down everything I'm grateful for. I'll write down everything that's going right. I'll write down what's better this year versus last year. But just this simple switch in focus from what's wrong or what's missing or what am I not doing to what's going right and what's healthy and where have I made progress will sometimes help me to feel more centered, and it helped me to move forward right away. The other thing I'll do is I'll make a list of just the critical activities for the day. Now, my to-do list is a mile long. In fact, I have 20 to-do lists, different categories of my life, and they're all a mile long. But if I just simply write down 3 to 5 activities, typically on an index card, and I work off that, I'll feel really focused. I also like to create some time blocks. I like to work for 45 minutes and say, look, I know I've got a million things to do, but for the next 45 minutes, I'm just going to focus on this one activity. And I'll try to minimize distractions. I'll turn off, my phone. I'll make sure that I'm in an environment where I can't be distracted. Sometimes that means leaving my office or going somewhere where I cannot be reached. Someplace that doesn't have a cell phone coverage or doesn't have internet can oftentimes work. But just shifting your environment will sometimes help you to create more focus in your life. And then the thing that I would like to do, or I try to do long term, is I try to say no. I try to move and delete things. And what I mean by that is when I look down the road, I'll say, what do I need to cancel? Maybe if I've overcommitted, what do I need to cancel or say no to? Or what do I need to move? Maybe move it back, maybe move it to a different time of the day, but how do I rearrange the schedule so I'm not as overwhelmed? And sometimes it's just literally about deleting things, going through my to-do list and saying, not a priority, not a priority, not a priority, and I clean house and just have a massive deletion day. And sometimes that's the answer. But I think a good long-term strategy is this. Build in buffer time to your schedule. We want to create, a call from 12 to 1 and then 1 to 2, and we want to work on this activity from 3 to 4 and this one from 4 to 5, but that's just not how life is going to work, and we know it. So create some buffer time within your day. Create some buffer time in your week to handle what is unexpected or what could possibly come up for you, or time to plan or think things through. Those are just a few of the strategies that work for me. I'd love to know what works for you. But listen, a lot of times overwhelm is dealing with things that are opportunities. So let's put that into perspective and say we're grateful for the opportunity to even feel overwhelmed. There's so many other emotions that we could have. And so overwhelm means there's an opportunity for you to refocus, take inventory of what's going on, and then you can take your next step forward to live the life of your dreams. So until next time, keep living your life in the front row, and we'll chat soon. Adios.